Hello everyone, and welcome to the video. And this is actually a new channel for me. This is my Instagram and the reason I am including this on the screen right now is because before making this YouTube channel, I've had an Instagram page where I've posted some of my cards that I've acquired over the many years that I've been a collector. And I've decided to make this YouTube channel and this video to kind of show what I've acquired over the years and then explain some about the individual cards and explain a lot about the hobby and how I think it's really cool right now with all the social media interactions that people can have with players, that they can share different sports moments with each other. I think that the card hobby is going to erupt in the next couple years. So I figured I'd get in early while I can, and I thought I'd just share some of my stuff with you guys today. And the link or the title of the video is going to be highlighting one certain player for these first couple videos. And I'm doing this just because I want to get some of the heavy hitters out of the way, get you guys introduced to what my collections look like. They're not super extreme high dollar value collections, so they're more relatable for a larger crowd. I'm not somebody that spends an enormous amount of money on these boxes of cards or on individual cards on the internet. So I thought it'd be cool just to show some of my collection and what I've acquired. And I'll just give you a little brief introduction for me in collecting. So I've collected cards since about 2009. I took a break in 2014 and 2015 and 2016. That was kind of when I was in high school, and I wasn't really interested in doing a bunch of card stuff because I was in my playing career for basketball. So I was more focused on playing rather than collecting. But now I'm a little older and I can't really play at the high level that I used to, or any level really. So I kind of live through these superstar athletes. So, all right, I'm just going to get right into some of these cards. And I'm going to go in order from kind of like, I'm not going to say like super low value, because I think everybody or every single one of these cards, just because of the guy that's on it, is going to have a pretty good amount of value associated with it. Might not be very highly valued in the current date, but maybe longer down the line, it'll have more value than it has currently. So that's the Instagram at LMC_cards on Instagram if you want to check some of the cards that I've posted out. And some of those cards will be coming in other videos. So I'm going to start off by putting up this card. This is Luka Doncic Groove from 2019-2020 Revolution Basketball. And Groove is probably one of my favorite inserts, or parallels I should say, from this set, just because of the way that the circles look in the background. That's the most visually appealing set to me, and it's not super low numbered, so they're not very hard to get. So that's kind of like what I would call an uncommon card to find. And I opened this out of a pack. All of these cards I'm going to show you today, I've opened out of packs. And this card is always nice. A Groove of any of the good players, I think, is a great card to have. So there it is. It's kind of hard to see, but it says Luka Doncic down in the bottom right, and then it shows the different background on the front, and then it says Groove up here on the top on the back, so you know which parallel it is. Next couple are from the same set, but they're the base card. I have 4 of them. This is just the Revolution base from 2019-2020. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I like the base cards of this specific set because they're super shiny. You'll see in a bunch of these other cards that I'll be showing, they're not nearly as shiny as this. So that's why I like Revolution so much. Next card is from 2018-2019 Chronicles Basketball. This came in the retail version, which means that you can find it at Walmart or at Target. and this is the Rookies and Stars subset. You can see the stamp right here on the bottom left, and then it's Luka Doncic again. Then this one is a Certified Future, which is a insert set in 2018-2019 certified basketball. As you can see the stamp down there on the bottom part of the card next to his name. And then this one is another insert. This one's from 2018-2019 Donruss. And the reason I keep saying 2018-2019 with these cards that have the rookie stamp associated with it is because that was his rookie season. So most of these cards I'm showing are rookie cards because that's when the cards were released. They were released during his rookie season. So this one's pretty nice. I like the picture art in that one. And then another insert here. This one's another card from Revolution. This is actually from his rookie year's Revolution. That's why it says Rookie Revolution on the bottom. And this is an insert, so it's not a base card. So that's why it's a little bit different picture and a little bit different background. I know some people get confused because there is a player that will have multiple cards from the same set. So like Revolution, he'll have this insert set card of him, and then he'll have a base card that I'll show a little bit later. And the base card will have variations also. So it's difficult to always understand like which set a specific card has come from, or you can get confused between the different cards in the set and which one they actually are, if it's the base or if it's an insert version. Okay, so most of those cards I showed weren't that great. They're kind of an insert card or a base card of a lower valued card set like Revolution or Donruss or Chronicles. And so the next couple I'm getting into are, you're going to notice that they're in a different sleeve or a different protection. So this one is in the Ultra Pro. It's in this card, this polypropylene kind of semi-rigid holder so that it keeps the corners away from the edges of this container so that it's kind of hovering in place, kind of like that. And then I've placed a sticky note tab on the back of the thin, easily bendable card collecting sleeve. So the reason I do this is so I can pull the card out like this pretty easily. So then I've pulled the card out without having to touch the card really at all. I've just grabbed it by this tab. So this is Luka Doncic's Optic rookie card from 2018-19. And it looks pretty nice. And the reason that I've put some of these cards in this specific holder is because that's a great way to submit your cards to a grading agency like Beckett or PSA, which is Professional Sports Authentication. So that way that they don't have a tough time handling all the cards and removing them from the packaging. Because if you can just slide it back into the case like this and leave the tab out. No, I better center that a little bit so it looks like it's well centered. There we go. So now when it's in like this and you've got multiple, you can put them all in the same box, and then when the people that are grading it are getting it, you can not worry about them damaging your card when they try to take it out of the sleeve that it's in. So that's a Optic rookie card. And then I actually have another one. So I keep these two like this because I might want to grade them in the future, or I'm just going to hold on to them. Then I have the Select rookie card from 2018-2019. It's him in his Mavericks uniform, as usual. That's what the back looks like. This one's a little off-center. This white border is thicker than this white border. You can kind of tell. So that's one. And then I have two more. So I have three of this specific card. And I think it's really cool if you have more than one of the same card and that same card is valuable, because let's say I submitted all three of these, so to get graded, I should say, and one of them came back a 10 and the other two came back as 9s from PSA. If I wanted to keep one, I might keep a 9 and then sell the 10 and the other 9. Or I could keep the 10 and sell the other 9s. When you have multiple and you submit them to get graded, you can then kind of decide what your strategy is for holding it long term or trying to flip it for some extra cash in the short term. So that's why I think if you're one that's going to want to go out and buy some cards, I would try to buy them in bulk at the same time. So if you can go out and buy a lot of three of these, that's probably one of the best options I would advise if you're wanting to get into collecting. That way, if you want to grade them as well, you can submit them all together and get the grades back and then determine what you would want to do with them depending on what their grades are when you get them back. So those are the selects. Here is a 2018-2019. This is a parallel of the base set. It's the set that's red. You can see the red on the bottom and the red on the rookie logo up at the top. And then it's also got a serial numbering. You can see there 74 of 299. So that's pretty nice. It's kind of shiny too. You can see how it shines when I move it around. And that's from the same certified set that I showed a card of earlier, but this is the base card and the other one was an insert. Next one is also from a set I showed earlier. This is the Revolution rookie. I don't like the picture as much in this one as I like in some other sets, but I still like the shiny background that the set provides. See, I'm moving it all around. You can see how sparkly it is. And then the next card I'm going to show you, this is the Donruss rookie from 2018-19 again. This card looks pretty similar to another card I showed earlier, like this one. But there's a couple things you can notice that are different. For one, this one's white is a little bit more glossy than this one because this card is more papery from the Donruss set. It's a little bit lower valued. It's not as well made, so it's more papery, and it's got a bronze Donruss logo down here. This one is more high quality. It's made on a different kind of cardstock, and it has the Optic logo on the bottom, and it's kind of more chromy compared. If you can move it around a little bit, you can tell the difference. But it's the same picture and the same background, just different card technology that they used to make it. And then the backs are pretty much identical as well, with the exception of the logo and the logo, because one is from the Donruss set and one is from the Donruss Optic set. I actually have two of those. Next one I think is probably my favorite base rookie card for Luka from his rookie campaign. It is the Crown Royale rookie card. This is really cool because all the base cards from this set come in a cutout that's in the shape of a crown on the top. So there's no card in some of those places where there would be a card normally in a rectangle card. So it's pretty nice. It also highlights his tattoo on his forearm, pretty cool. That's what it looks like on the back. It's got some of his stats from Real Madrid whenever he played in the Spanish league over there. Next is a card from Phoenix. It's a subset from the 2018-2019 Chronicles. It's pretty cool. It's a chromie card. Shows his Real Madrid numbers as well. And then this one's pretty cool. It's the Chronicles Chrome set from 2018-2019 Chronicles. Okay, the next couple cards are Luka's second-year cards. And I'm going to make a video on this later about where I'm at when I'm buying cards today, because I don't buy as many rookie cards as I used to, because prices of the products today and for this year have gone way up compared to previous years. So it's harder to afford some of these, what I would consider medium or lower tier products, because their prices have just shot up so much. So these are some second-year cards. So they're not from 2018-19, they're from 2019-20. And then this one is the Optic. You can see the logo up here. They call this the Optic Hollow because it's got a silver border around it when it would normally have white, and it's pretty shiny when you move it around. And I actually have 2 of those. So they're pretty nice. You can tell the set looks a lot different from this year to his rookie season. Let me pull one of those. That's what the back looks like. It has the rated rookie logo on it, so you can easily identify which one is which. Next one is Prism Silver from 2019-2020. So a normal Prism card wouldn't be as shiny as this. And there's a little smudging right here, but that's just on the card holder. It's not actually on the card. And you can tell that it's not the regular Prism card because it shows this secondary Prism printed on the bottom here. If it was just a base card, it would not have this Prism printed. It would just be a standard base. So that is what it looks like. Then the same picture, but different background or different parallel, is the Ruby Wave from 2019-2020. Same picture, same stance. And it also has Prism down here to let you know that it's not the same as the base card. And then one more from Prism 2019-2020 is the red, white, and blue parallel. It's pretty nice. Same deal. Okay, next couple cards I'm getting into are pretty sweet. They are rookie cards that I would consider pretty high value. Definitely some of the highest valued cards that I have in my collection, simply because of the rarity and the player on the front. I'll get right into it. I'll start with this one. This is the Cornerstones rookie jersey autograph. I'll bring this in close here. So it's the Cornerstones rookie jersey autograph. So as you can tell, the corners have jersey pieces, and then on the bottom here, he's signed on the card. And there's a serial number associated with it. So there's 199, and this is the 149th. And I opened this out of a box from my local card shop, and I was pretty happy because Luka autographs at the time, whenever I opened the box, were extremely high valued. And even now, looking at what the cards and the prices of the cards have done in the past couple months, this card and all of his autograph cards are extremely valuable today. And I've got it in a one of these big magnetic holders because it's a thicker card. Let's see if I can show you there. The card is really thick, so it wouldn't fit in one of these plastic holders like that. It only fits in these bigger, thick cases. Okay, I'm just gonna lose this. Next card is very unusual because it's not really a card. It's a piece of glass. Now it's difficult to see, but as you can see, it says Luka Doncic right there. And then it's actually laser etched glass that came in one of these magnetic holders from Panini from a redemption. If people aren't familiar with redemptions, whenever you open up a pack, you'll get this card. Now, of course, it won't have all this on here. This is like a scratch off thing. So you get it, you scratch off the number, then you put the number in on the customer service page. This might actually help. Yeah, there we go. You put it in on the customer service page, and then they'll tell you that you've redeemed or put in your request to redeem for the card. And then whenever they're done making it, or whenever the player's autographed it, or whatever they have to do, they'll get it to you at some point. It's not always fast, but they're generally very good at getting the card to you. So that's that one. It's pretty cool. Next card is a graded card. It's from Luka's Rookie Year Spectra. So this card is a base card, and this was one I submitted in with a bunch of other cards to see just like how good the quality of the card is and whether or not it'd be something I'm interested in keeping for a long time or something to sell. And it came back a mint 9, which means that it is the second highest grade that it possibly could have gotten from PSA. The highest is a 10. And this is a Spectra rookie card. Spectra's cards are thick, so this is a thicker glass holder than some of the other ones. And this set is numbered, kind of difficult to see, 146 of 175, located right there. So that one's pretty nice. Then the next two cards are probably a couple of the crown jewels of my collection. This one is the Luka Doncic Optic Purple Stars variation, and it was graded at a near mint 8, meaning that it could have been graded at an 8.5 or a 9 or a 10. So it's definitely not the highest grade that you can get on it. And I'm not sure exactly what the knockoff was on this for getting a lower grade than a 10, but I still think that the card looks very nice. You can kind of see the stars in the background when I move it around. And then the really cool part comes, yeah, there you can see the kind of 3D effect that it's got back in this. Really cool part comes when you flip it over and you see the serial number on it. 7 of 13. That means that there's 13 of this specific card. So it's pretty rare. This card specifically comes from the 2018-2019 Optic Basketball First Off the Line, which means that it's not the same as a hobby box or a retail box. The First Off the Line product boasts that it has one card numbered out of 13 in each box. And so in the box that I opened up, I got this card. This was the out of 13 card in that box. So I got pretty lucky. It was the best rookie in the class. It was Luka. But I also got pretty lucky because I bought 2 of the boxes, and each box had a Luka Doncic out of 13 in them. But this one graded at a 10, which is the highest it could have possibly graded at. And you can see it's got the same holographic background with the stars, the purple stars, and then the numbering on the back. It's kind of difficult to see, but it is 13 of 13, meaning it was the last one printed, which is pretty sweet. To have both of these, both of them in my collection, 2 of the 13 total that were made, and to have opened them both in back-to-back boxes was very, very exhilarating. When I opened them up, Optic basketball cards weren't worth as much as they are today. So these cards were really cool to me, and I was able to get them graded from PSA at a very reasonable rate. If I were to try to regrade these cards now, the value of them is so high that it would take a lot of money to get these regraded. And I don't plan on doing it. What I do plan on doing is potentially making this 10 available for sale, and then keeping this 8 because it's lucky number 7 of 13, and this one's 13 of 13. So I know somebody out there is going to want, for one, a Gem Mint PSA 10, and the last one in the print run, 13 of 13. So, and it would catch probably the highest price simply because it has the higher grade of the two. And I'm okay keeping one that doesn't have such a high grade because it looks really good. Anyway, that's it for some of my stuff that I have. I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments what you think about the video, what you think I can improve on, and whether or not you want to see any more of these players. And please recommend, because I have a lot of mini collections of players, and so I'm open to sharing. So please let me know what you think, and drop your favorite player's name in the comments if you would, so I can see where everybody is at. Thanks, everybody. Bye.